Welcome to the season 2 reunion. We've gotten back so many good people. You guys can cheer. You guys can. Yeah, you guys,
oh shit! Yeah. I just got back.
Yeah, let's go.
Perfect. We've got so many castaways back, more than I expected. I'm very happy to have these guys here. And yeah, I guess to start it off, congratulations, of course, officially to Brian for winning the season. He's our crown victor.
Spoiler alert, dude! I haven't gotten that far yet.
Another congratulations to Tora on second place. 2 votes is nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, I mean, wow.
Snaps.
Yeah, I got 5 votes.
And then Kelly, if she were here, I'd say congratulations to you too. Getting to the end and not having your torch snuffed is a feat within itself. But yeah, congratulations to all the final 3 and to everyone. This season, I just want to start out, this season was a lot of fun to host. I know it was a bit long, but it was really fun to host, to edit, to watch back. And I think you guys should all be proud of yourselves for how you played. It was really fun. But I guess we'll just go down the line and we'll start with our questions. At least all of you at least have one question that was submitted from someone who turned in the form. So we're gonna start with Seeds. Seeds.
Oh, fun on the first one.
Given that this was like your first like big high stakes recorded, what was the experience like for you, even as the first boot?
I mean, it was pretty terrible. I mean, that challenge, that first challenge sucked since it was like what, 2 hours.
It was rough.
But see, I knew I was cooked the moment it was 3 tribes. I could feel it in my heart. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's cool to be a part of, but that's really about it.
That's fair. I understand that. First challenge was not the proudest moment. There was a reason that it wasn't in the episode, and I didn't want to have to edit down 2 hours of, is this puzzle correct? No. Is this puzzle correct? No, because none of the puzzles were correct. Merc, I've got a couple of questions for you.
Yeah. For me? Oh my god.
Alright, so if Bobby played his idol and saved you during that second vote, what would have been your future plans for the rest of the game, especially seeing how it played out without you in it?
Well, if he played the idol on me, I'd probably work with him, right? Because that's an idol that God gave Bobby, and he played the idol on me.
Makes sense.
And I'd vote out all the losers who tried.
Fair enough. You get some. So you're telling me that you would have gone on some religious revenge?
Yeah, the Holy Crusades, I could call them.
And I got a second question for you. One of the audience members would like to know, why were you the way that you were during the season?
That's like a messed up question to ask. What if I like, why are you the way you are? I was born this way, okay? Like, whoever asked that question, you're going to hell. I know where you live.
Are you sending them to hell, like personally?
Oh yeah, sure. I have a bomb right here. Like, I mean, like, where are they? Oh, give me their address. Oh,
it was probably one of us.
I bet it was a season 2 castaway. All right, Nat, got some questions here for you. First one is, do you regret not telling Brian about your half idol?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that like I was still kind of learning to adjust to the new wave meta in the game, and so I was sort of playing how I used to play, putting all my chips into one person, and I don't think I realized just how much control Brian had, and you know, if I could do it again, I definitely would have told him, and you know, been his loyal follower like everybody else.
You'd have joined the Brian train.
Oh yeah, man. He still would have won the season, but I would have gone a lot further, so it's okay.
All right, and then I have a second question for you, and that is, if your tribe won immunity and all 4 of you had made it to the swap, would you have rather been swapped onto the tribe that Brian was on, or swapped onto the tribe that Kelly and Ray were swapped onto?
Yeah, I would just say definitely Kelly and Ray, because I think that Brian was kind of the uniter between Kelly and Ray, and I felt pretty close to Kelly, so I think that if I swapped with them, we might have like Ray as the option for who to turn on in that situation, and then I feel like I probably would have been easier for me to go with Kelly without having to worry about, you know, Mr. Brian over here. But yeah, I feel like I definitely would have rather been in that situation.
That's fair. I mean, it does seem like Brian was just the worst thing that could have ever happened to your game. It really sunk your ship, huh?
Yeah, actually, ever since my elimination, every single day I've been sending Brian several paragraph documents about my absolute vitriol. But I'm finally getting past it now, so you know, the process is healing.
Right. How does it feel to be in the same room with him? Is there like an anger?
Well, you know, I'm glad he's over there and I'm over here.
Makes sense. Well, I
Totally
guess
reasonable.
yeah, understandable. All right, we move on to Scotty the Hottie. All right, our first victim of the swap.
Yes.
Scotty, Mike, we got a couple of questions here for you. The first question is, do you hate Ray given his quote-unquote move that sent you home?
I wouldn't call it like a vitriol hatred. More of a come on, Ray. Like it's more like a disappointed parent is what I would more call it. And yeah, I can definitely say I was cheering when he eventually went home. You know, get that little bit of vengeance.
Right. Were you happy to see it was by the hands of the Super Idol?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Get a little bit of karmic justice there. A little bit of irony.
A second question I have for you here is, what was it? Oh my god, at the auction, if you had gotten Grams' half idol, if you had placed a bid on it and won the rocks and everything like that, if you had gotten Grams' half idol, would you have tried to leverage it with Grams and Exia, or would you have stuck to your split vote plan?
No, I think I would have stuck forward with the split vote plan. I definitely would have just Ray, Kelly, and Tora. Those were just the people I gravitated towards, and those were the people who I wanted to work with. I don't think the half idol would have changed anything there. It definitely would have made that vote a lot easier, though.
That's true. That's true. You know, that was the first big idol play of the season. I guess a fun fact, if you guys don't all know or haven't already realized, starting at Scotty's boot and moving every other round forward, there was a successful idol play until the final four.
Yeah,
Right.
what can I say? I'm a trendsetter.
Exactly. You set the bar.
I set the bar.
All right.
Wait, that's
well,
true. I just fact checked.
yeah, no, it is true. That's it's a crazy thing. It was Soccer, Venom, Ray, all idled out after Scotty. All right, well, we're gonna skip the Exia and Soccer, Grams, Venom questions, and I guess we're gonna head over to Bobby.
Grams is here.
Grams is here. Grams, just in time.
Just
Although
got here.
apparently
Like, wow, Scotty's
Graham
answering that
can't
question.
speak, so
Oh, and the car can't speak. Okay, Grams, let us know when you can speak. The audience had some questions for you, so we'll get back to that. All right, Bobby.
Yep.
Bobby, you were definitely a point of contention this season. You came out strong and were not afraid of letting people know how you felt about any given situation. First question for you is, looking back, do you think that you should have been taking other people's emotions into consideration, or do you think the other players should have used more logic?
When you play these, I feel like you gotta know when to separate your emotions from the logic. And logically, if you can't win the game, then like I don't know what you're doing. You gotta like take logic more into effect, I think. Because I mean, emotionally, yeah, we're gonna sit here for 12 hours, but why are you sitting here for 12 hours if you don't plan on winning? If by making emotional moves at the end.
I get that. I do see that you're coming into this reunion with a crown on your head. Do you feel, watching back on the season, that you should have been crowned the title of Soul Survivor? Is there a reason for the crown?
Oh no, I just added this to my skin like a year ago.
A year ago? That is...
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, it does look good. To be fair, an entire year ago is when the season was done. It was, I think the finale aired 3 days before the 1-year anniversary of the season.
Happy birthday.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Season
good.
2 is 1 year old. Grams is with us. He's in a car on the way to, I think, Disneyland or from Disneyland. I don't know which one it is, but he has graced us with his presence. You will not hear his voice, but Brian will be interpreting for him. So, Grams, the first question that we have here for you is, do you think that you had any chance of sliding back under the radar after you used your idol at your first tribal, or do you think that you were always bound to be a big target from that point forward?
Graham says, absolutely not. I think just with the way I was playing the game and how loud I was, it was always going to be hard for me to stay under the radar naturally, especially since what happened during the immunity challenge. It was always going to be seen. I was always going to be seen as an easy target, and I wasn't doing myself any favors.
I guess that's fair. A second question for you that kind of delves further into that is, at the final 10 round, do you wish you would have made it more of a priority for you to talk to more new people or get some more connections going there that maybe could have saved you at 9?
Graham says, yeah. I'd say the biggest one I missed out on was Bobby. I guess I just assumed that I wouldn't be able to get anyone from OG Blue on my side because I targeted them as soon as Merge started. But I feel like if I put in, more effort in that relationship instead of trying to fix my relationship with Ray and Kelly, things could have gone better for me.
That's fair. You, Ray, and Kelly had a very weird three-way relationship going on where everyone kind of saw Ray and Kelly as this massive duo when that wasn't entirely true, and you were trying to work with them. And I think at the very end, I think the episode after you go out, Kelly says she feels bad for you, which is just crazy considering how the swap went for you two. We have one more question, and it was a question more, I guess, about your experience in the game than anything. And it was, given that this is your first recorded experience, would you say that it was a positive one, or was it more of a negative one because of all the targets you had on your back?
Graham said it was so much fun. I didn't expect how many confessionals would be full on Graham's hate, but it was still such a great experience. I met a lot of really cool people, and I had a lot of big moments. I feel like I had a good impact on the season, despite how hard I got targeted at times. I feel like that's what made the experience for me. I would rather be seen as a big player and a big personality, and I would rather play big and dumb than quiet and smart. And he said he's done.
All right. Thank you, Grams. I'm glad that you had a very good experience here. Brian, you can return to your seat now. I'm sure we'll have another question for him later when I do the everyone questions. But
okay.
Right now you can be yourself. C-Dude. Obviously you didn't go into pre-merge tribals. It was kind of the whole reason that you targeted soccer was because you didn't want to be affiliated with like a yellow strong kind of ideal. But do you wish that you had gone to a pre-merge tribal?
I think it would have been a lot nicer going to it. That way I could see like who I could trust from my old tribe, you know? I mean, I feel like if I went to at least one, I think then maybe I might be walking into like the merge with like people I can be like, yeah, I trust these guys. Instead, I walked in with like, I have no fucking idea. I'm just gonna have to assume everyone's trustworthy and talk to everybody and see what fucking happens. And it fucking fucks me.
It's true. Did you enjoy watching the idol play back when the season was uploading?
That was very satisfying. I loved it.
It was a great moment. It was an absolutely great moment. I guess further forward to that, in a pre-merge tribal, and this can be a question for everyone on the yellow tribe. At a pre-merge tribal, who do you think would go home?
Exia.
Yeah,
Exia?
I think so. I think there was only really one moment really cause it that we had a reason to, but yeah, definitely Exia, I think.
I mean, everyone else was like kind of vibing together, and then the whole like Exia or Graham's grabbing the fucking half idol shard and the Exia blow up, and like if we went to tribal after that, I think it's just like 5 votes on Exia and she's out of here.
That's fair. She would have voted for herself.
Oh wait, there was a tribe 5, wasn't it?
All right. Another question here is someone wanted to know why exactly was it that you gave up your immunity at the final 8?
At the final 8, when I was going into it, I was like, okay, you know, this will be easy. I feel awful, but you know, we got to do it. And then, you know, just Bobby stands up and just fucking says like, yeah, Tor's got the super idol. And I was like, oh shit. Because like I was good with Tora and I needed that. In my opinion, in my eyes, I was like, I cannot let Tora go here because I need that super idol. And it kind of clicked in my head, if I give her immunity when she's getting fucking called out in front of everybody, maybe, just maybe, she'll repay the favor later, or at the very least kind of solidify her with me. And so I just did it, and you know, it kind of worked out.
You know, it did come back twofold. You know, you got it at the final 6.
Yeah.
Kind of saved your ass just a little bit. And then one last question was, given your history with Tora in the pre-merge, especially at the auction when she stole your coins, you seemed very, very upset. You, I think, yelled at her and told her that she would get voted out. But someone wanted to know why you gave up your grudge against Tora.
That's a weird one, mainly because she told me the clue after it, and then also I was just like, I don't know, I'm very fluid like that. Like, I can go from hating someone to being like, yeah, pretty cool, and vice versa. I don't think it was I think the main reason was Tora, like, pulling me aside and telling me the clue, saying Marco, and I was like, oh, okay, this is worth it,
All right, we move on to our fire-making loser, Hodge.
Hey.
Obviously, that was a very big moment for your game. There's a big thing with you this season and challenges, and someone wanted to know, why did you care so much about challenges?
I guess the main reason being new to Survivor or like returning. It's not something I've done before. I seem to do really well in the pre-merge stuff, but as soon as it comes to independent, it's something I want to tick off. And I know genuinely in this game, most of it's based on social, but I didn't want to have that tiny bit of an edge. Kind of equates for it.
That kind of makes sense as one of the newer people to Survivors, not really knowing exactly everything about like how the jury perceives challenges versus strategy versus social, and it can be different depending on the jury. Another question we have here for you was, what was the feeling like for you after the fire making loss, as being the person who got the closest to the end without being able to pitch your case?
Yeah, I mean, I thought a lot about it, and I've kind of learned quite a bit like after. But when you're in the heat of the moment, it seemed like the best thing to do. I had that one thing that nobody else has, in a sense, if I was to win it. And at that point of the game, I felt like I didn't really have to be able to big myself up on. So I thought, well, if Brian was potentially being the one who's going to go in that, and I could take him out and also have something to say that's different, then that's kind of the reason why I went for it.
I can do nothing but respect a Hail Mary attempt. All right, moving forward, skipping over Kelly because she's not here, we have Tora.
Boy, here we go.
Congrats again on getting second place.
Yep.
So our first question we have for you here, and there's a couple, but the first one is, what was the feeling you had when Bobby called you out for having a super idol, when supposedly in your mind he should not know you have a super idol?
I mean, hindsight's 20/20 on that one. Because now I know the only reason he thought I had a super idol at the time was because he was lied to by Venom, which is really funny, the fact that I had gotten it after that had happened. But at the time, I guess my mind was like, I was kind of reeling. I was like, who said something? I didn't know who had said something, and it didn't really matter who had said something. Again, I had two main suspects in mind, which were Seeded and Venom. I guess I could have assumed it was Seeded, but also Seeded also gave me his immunity during that tribal, but I also didn't think Venom would betray me. So it was a weird thing, right? I realized I had to I had to defend myself a little bit there, because I mean, if I can't obviously sit there and be like, oh yeah, I have it, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured be acting a bit upset, I figured reasonably so, because, I had just been called out for what I would hope people would perceive to be something that was false would probably make most people at least a little bit upset. I also hope that reading the clue out to people would kind of get them off my back just a little bit, but just simply because the St. Marco thing is so vague, at least to me at the time. It was vague in my mind,
yeah.
So I didn't think most people would be like, oh yeah. But there was a lot of emotions, especially because of how late we were going into the season at that point. The exhaustion was starting to kick in a little bit too, so it was a lot of things.
That's fair. We have a little bit of forward on that argument between you and Bobby at Tribal Council. Someone from the audience wanted to know, what did you want to say to Bobby when you restrained yourself at the Final 8 Tribal before the players went to vote?
I didn't think what he was saying was okay. I understand that it's a game move at the end of the day, right? I mean, I'm not judging that. I think that is a perfectly fine way to play the game at the end of the day. That is some people's choice. That's not how I would like to play the game. It's not like you can't play the game, it's not like you can't play the game with both logic and emotion. I think you have to have a healthy balance of the two at times, right? And I think there's certain things that go into games that cross a line for me personally. Not saying that, I know some people did heavily disagree with me on that, and they are entitled to their opinion. That is completely fair. But that's just my personal stance on it.
And then one final question is an audience member asks if you regret taking out Bobby at 7.
No. I mean, Bobby was a threat, was a challenge threat, and he was going to continue to cause more problems if we left him in the game. Mm-hmm. Especially for me. So no, I did not regret taking him out at the final 7.
Turning over now to our victor, Brian. To the winner goes the spoils, and the spoils is a lot of fucking questions, alright?
Oh my god. How many questions, Joker?
1, 2,
Oh, just one.
3, 4, 5, 6. 6 questions.
Damn.
Oh, Hitler was out for a second there.
I guess this is a podcast. Let's get ready.
Alright. If there were any players that scared you in this game, who were they and why?
There were 3 major ones. Pre-merge, Natalie scared me a lot. That's why I did what I did to take her out. Like,
she still does to this day.
Yeah. Like, instantly identified her as someone that, if she were to stay after, like, that tribal council, because that tribal was leaning towards Ray getting voted out. Like, that is the truth of the situation. I almost had no choice but to vote Ray out when Natalie went home. But as the episode showed, I sort of, like, Hail Mary lied a lot to try to, like, paint a lot of suspicion on Natalie to hopefully see if Kelly would vote Natalie out over Ray, and it worked out. So I was glad that happened. Another person was Venom. I thought Venom had no intentions of working with me. So when Bobby approached me with voting out Venom in such a grandiose way, I was 100% down. And then the other person was Bobby. Bobby was playing a cutthroat strategic game that I have nothing but respect for. Like, he was a damn mob boss, and he would talk like it too, dude. Like, at the Venom Tribal Council, he said to me, I remember this, he said, "Listen to me, I am the king of Survivor. Like, you need to listen to me, bro." I was in awe because I knew something was fucking happening. I just didn't know what. My hunch was telling me that no matter what, Bobby was going to be safe at the Venom Tribal Council.
You know what? Fair enough. I do understand your reasoning for all 3 of those. I'm assuming that this next question comes easy. It's the same question as I had for Tora. Is it, do you regret taking out Bobby? I'm assuming your answer is going to be no, based off of what you said there.
Hell no. Hell no. Bobby can vouch. Bobby can vouch. On his way out, he said, "You're lucky I don't blow your damn game up right now." He was basically saying...
Bobby was terrifying to deal with. Are you kidding me?
Bobby was so fun to play with, and I genuinely think the last time... Because logistically speaking, I had the idol in my pocket, and I had what I believe to be 2 really loyal allies that I was riding to the end with Ray and Kelly. So I was like, the only purpose I have for Bobby at this point is if I want to shift the ties from a 3-3 with an idol in my pocket to a 4-2 with my idol in my pocket. But like, the 4 there is still very shaky because Bobby is an agent of chaos and is capable of doing so much.
Someone wants to know who you thought the worst castmate to talk to was during the talk time. Who did you not like talking to?
Such a weird question to ask somebody. That's just asking. That's just begging for fucking drama at that point. But I think I had a good conversation with everybody. Yeah, right? Grant just said mean question. I don't want to answer this question because that's just like a dickhead question. Can we move on? Like,
we can move on. We can move on. I'm asking the audience this question.
Who did you hate? Who did you hate the most?
It was me.
Yeah, that was actually Tora's question. She got to fill out the form and everything.
That's not what I meant. I meant he didn't like.
No, that's what she meant. We're gonna move on.
Oh, fuck.
So an audience member wanted to know, Brian, how did it feel learning that you had finally won a recorded?
So many people, so many of my friends can attest. Like, leading up to that vote, I was so nervous, dude. I had no idea if I won or not. and I would frantically DM Joker like every time an episode come out, like, yo, I think I sold. Like, I was reading into, yo, you will never catch me reading into an edit as much as I was when Joker was putting, like, I was like, holy shit, Tor's getting such a good edit, and I did nothing this episode in the edit because so much of my game was in messages. I was like, yo, I think I sold. I think I'm gonna lose FTC. So when it came time for FTC and the votes were being read, I was frantically shaking, dude. And then when it was revealed that I won the season, bro, I was so happy. It was a great experience because I was up against such tough competition. So winning it up against tough competition and working your ass off for it, it all paid off in the end. Like, I was in this community not too long, but I had like a good reputation of being the last person cut, or like the second to last, like 5th, 4th place merchant. So finally reaching over that hurdle and getting to the end and finally like proving my case in front of a jury, it was a great experience, and I'm happy it paid off in the end.
Absolutely. That same person asked you where you would rank this season in the recordeds you've played in. Was not me, by the way.
This is chilling cool. This is chilling cool.
I will neither confirm nor deny.
How's it going, bro? I've definitely talked about it. It's top 4 of all time. Top 3 recordeds. I had so much fun in my first 2 that it's kind of hard to put anything above them because they have the nostalgia factor over them. But this is a strong 3rd place. Like, this was so much fun, and that means a lot because I played a lot.
This last question, I don't know the connotation behind this question, but someone wants to know if you were throwing the individual immunity challenges.
Yo, whoever asked that. No, I was not throwing anything. I don't touch Minecraft like that. The only time I play Minecraft is when I'm invited to a game show, which is like twice a year if I'm lucky. So this was the first time I touched Minecraft in like a year. And I didn't do no warm-ups. I went in raw. So I know I used to be good at challenges or whatever, but I suck now. I'm old. I'm 20, dude. I'm in college, and I don't play Minecraft like that.
You won when it mattered, though.
I did win when it mattered, but that wasn't much skill-based. It was very much like, oh, see, dude, figure it out. You press like a jukebox, you go flying. So
I mean, you won the fire making. That does require, I mean, not skill necessarily, a little bit.
Oh my god, that was a horrible time.
How was fire making for you? Whenever you were breaking the gravel and nothing was coming out.
Dude,
it did take like 8 tries or something.
Oh my god, yo, breaking that gravel in time was horrifying because one thing I didn't know about Hodge, I think he played UAC or something. Did you? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh my god, Hodge is good at this stuff. Like, I thought I was gonna get cooked, but I think I got luckier. Did I get luckier with the flint? I think so.
You got by a lot. It took Hodge. I don't think it was included because he kept breaking after the fire making had ended. It did take Hodge more times than it took Echo in season 1. Hodge broke that gravel 26 times before he got a flint.
Yeah, so I was punching that fucking gravel with my heart pounding in my chest because I gave up that Final 4 immunity. It wasn't shown, but Hodge and I got there like 10-20 minutes before.
Yeah, that's true. That Final 4 immunity went on for 45 minutes, and 20 of it was Hodge and Brian sitting at the top not able to craft banners.
Because I don't play Minecraft like that, so I didn't know how to use a loom. Like, that's such a niche skill.
I said this. I said this afterwards because some people were like, "Why don't they just Google it?" I'm like, Google does not help. You have to know. You have to have like a base level experience using a loom at least in order to understand what Google's fucking trying to tell you.
I'm so glad I included that in the challenge.
Wait. We all lost to someone who doesn't even play Minecraft? Dude, we're cooked.
Yeah, that's true, bro.
I got second place to someone who doesn't play Minecraft.
Luck-based season.
Luck-based. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's talk about how unskillful of a winner Brian is. Kind of just floated his way to the end.
No wonder Graham's coming back from Disneyland was a Mickey Mouse one.
Yeah, I thought Kelly won.
True. All right, well, we have 2 questions for production and then 2 more questions for the cast as a whole. And I guess for one of them, I'll just ask everyone. For the other, I'll go down the line again. But starting for the questions for production, was this season was the FTC of this season filmed on the same day? Hell no, absolutely not. I want to let you know, nobody would have been as conscious, and their sentences wouldn't have made any sense if they had been recorded on the same day. We were at, whenever I think Hodge lost fire making, and I did a little speech to the final three that was like signifying that they had made it to the end of the game. Literally, it was like 7 a.m. for me, and the season started at 9 a.m. the day before. There was no shot we were doing FTC on the same day. And then one more question from production was there too many idols this season? And I'm going to back this up. No, I think that there was not too many idols this season. I think that there was not enough people looking for idols this season. There were 12 idol shards hidden around the season in various places. And of course, the same, like, 3 or 4 people found them because they were the same 3 or 4 people who were looking for them. I don't think that a lot of the people who got voted out or idled out were... I know Venom wasn't looking. He had like a whole confessional in episode 2 where he talked about how he thought the idol was already found, so he was going to stop looking from there forward. Like, I think that, you know, if people put their minds to it more, then the idol shards would have been a little bit more spread out. And you would have had more situations like Nat, where you have one idol half and not the other, and so you got nothing.
Not to mention, like, 2 of the shards, I'm pretty sure didn't even get found, right?
No, there was a yellow shard and a red shard and a merge shard that were not ever found.
Oh, so 3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean, players just kind of lacking there, honestly. Sorry.
It's true. Production on top for that one.
I never looked for one because I was like, I already have one, so why would I need another one?
Fair.
That's a good. What a good point. Nat. Okay. New question for Nat. Do you think you might want to look for the other one? Do you think that might have been something you should have done in that round?
You know, I think that in the future, if I was in that situation, I would consider looking for another one.
That's fair enough. Consider it. Maybe it'd be like a B tier item on the bucket list for that one.
Yeah.
Sorry to whoever wrote that, because we definitely just bullied them.
Genuine question.
That was a genuine question. All right, 2 questions for the cast. First question for the cast is, does the eye blink?
Yes.
It blinks. Oh my god.
It's scary. It's so scary. The first time I saw it, I thought I was hallucinating.
It hasn't blinked. They turned it off. It hasn't blinked. They fucking turned it off.
Sending me over a fucking hill, dude.
I remember, bro.
I can't even imagine being there like 5 a.m. and it's still blinking at you.
Insisting it didn't fucking blink. They were gaslighting us.
Second question, not eye related this one, unfortunately. But second question for each member of the cast. What was your favorite moment of this season for what you can think back on? We'll start with Seeds, we'll go down, we'll end with Brian. Seeds, from your short time in the game, what was your favorite moment that you had in the season?
I actually can't remember. Actually, the house that I participated in building, and that was it.
That's fair, that's fair. I think that was what, you and Nat built that?
Yeah, I don't know. Did that get finished?
It did get finished. It did get finished.
Yeah.
Merc, what was your favorite moment from the season?
Okay, so I have 2 things. The first one is probably eating Burger King during the first challenge. And the second one is probably Christianizing all the kingdoms and building a cross right next to a stripper pole.
I do think that there was like a metaphor in that, you know?
Probably, yeah. There probably is a metaphor. There's probably also some other words.
You're right. Nat, what was your favorite moment from the season?
You know, between the first immunity challenge and getting voted out, it's really hard to pick something, but I think that ultimately I would probably say the first tribal council, because I survived it and there was a vote against me and I hadn't played in a long time, so I was like, wow, I'm so cool. And obviously that went away, but the feeling was very good.
The feeling of surviving was good while it lasted.
Yeah, you know, because that's the show.
You made it further than 2 other people, so.
You know what? It's very true. Scotty, what was your favorite moment of the season?
It's hard for me to pick a favorite. I just enjoyed like the whole camp life over on Old Blue Tribe. That was probably my favorite moment. It's just, I don't know, it was just a good group of people. I just had so much fun the whole time. People were making like just the most crazy stuff possible. So I was really disappointed that like the Blue Tribe just got scrapped in the swap, because I really wanted people to see that.
Let's see. I will say, you guys did have the best camp by far. If it wasn't already predetermined that yellow and red would go, we definitely would have just gone to the blue and red camps, because yellow camp was kind of lacking. Let's see. Grams, what was your favorite moment of the season?
Graham said, I have a lot of moments that I really love, but my favorite moment in retrospect, what probably first... Oh, he mistyped. Okay. I have a lot of favorite moments that I really love, but my favorite in retrospect is probably first swap round. Just the way the entire round was an episode in general unfolded was incredible. Looking back at how unbelievably screwed I was and everything going wrong for everyone else was incredible to watch back. I should not have made the merge by any means, but that streak was the start of my weird luck streak.
It's true. There was like a... I was expecting you to go out at the final 11 vote over Exia, but you accidentally missaying that you had the red idol instead of the yellow idol saved you because they thought that there might have been a chance you had more in your pocket. It was very, very, very funny to edit. Bobby.
You didn't even notice until the episode aired.
Bobby, what was your favorite moment of the season?
I have two. One was at the swap. It was after I just started saying we're gonna win all the challenges, and the other tribe was like going to tribal. I like left to take a nap for like 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes to get a quick recharge in. And then I came back and we still hadn't voted anyone out. The other tribe was like slow or something. And then it was the round I got voted out, the final conversation I had with Brian, 3 messages, where I was like, okay, you know, the season's in good hands. You're probably going to win. Like, you know, you better get there. And it was just like, I don't know. It was like passing the torch.
Passing the crown.
Aw, that's so cute.
It's true. It is quite cute. Ray, I know his favorite moment of the season is the final 12 vote. Don't gotta ask him. C-Dude, what was your favorite moment of the season looking back?
I've got 2, and it's kind of for funsies. My favorite, like, first bit... Actually, you lump it into one. Getting to be a part of probably the longest Joker Survivor Immunity Challenge and the shortest Survivor Immunity Challenge. Because I don't think that's ever being broken anytime soon.
Oh, yeah, 23 seconds? I don't think we're ever going to have an endurance challenge be that hard ever again.
Y'all are like sitting there being, guys, it's so easy. How do you
okay,
not understand
you guys have to understand. You guys have to
Like,
understand.
You've been practicing. My point is, you guys have been practicing that to make sure it works for a while. When we
True.
just saw that
I will
moment.
say this: we were basically building to the very last minute, like the day before when we filmed this.
Mhm.
So to say the challenges were all tested very well would be
I call it a
we would be
lie.
lying to you. We would be lying to you.
Yeah, no, that would definitely be a lie. I don't think that record will be broken. I don't think we're going to let it be broken. But you have to understand the context behind that endurance challenge. I was like, we need to make a difficult endurance challenge because for Season 1, for any of you who have watched Season 1, the Season 1 endurance challenge went on for 1 hour and 35 minutes. It was water endurance. It was the worst choice. Absolutely terrible. And that went on for so long in the like dead late night. It was awful. So he said, let's make it a little bit harder. We pushed the dial on the difficulty just a little bit too hard, but I do think that the 23-second challenge made up for the first challenge, so really saved us some time
I'm pretty
there.
sure the season would have taken just as long, even if the first challenge didn't take 2 hours.
Shaboom. There we go.
It had a 23-second challenge.
I was
All
there.
right. You were there for that first one. Not the 23-second one, but
No, not that. Didn't make it that far.
not quite.
But I made it for the first challenge.
Hodge, what was your favorite moment of the season looking back?
Probably hit merge to be able to play the game. There was only so much Gartic phone we could play before it got to the point whereabouts we were like, we just want to get into the game now.
That's understandable. I've been on a tribe that goes on a winning streak before. It can get quite boring. It can be absolutely
It
quite
was just so
boring.
difficult to, like, I guess, keep ourselves entertained in a way. Obviously, it's something that happens. It's not really something avoidable, but
You can only listen to Grams talk about his games of Red Rover in his childhood for so long. Tora, what was your favorite moment of the season looking back?
I have got 2, and they're not. Funnily enough, they're on the complete opposite ends of each other. The first one, it was during pre-merge before we swap. when me and Scotty were talking, and I remember I made a little. We had built a little grave site for. I believe you had a cat back then that had passed away recently.
Yeah, my cat had like just passed away.
And I made a little
like,
thing for him, and we talked underneath it, and it was just a good conversation. I remember that was when the other moment was actually the complete opposite because it was at final five. No, was it final five? No, it was final. It was final five. Yeah, when me, Seaton, and Brian all had that awesome conversation that we had at the end there, where we were just like, yeah. We were just chilling. That was a good time.
I'm sure that was a great conversation for you and Brian. Seated, how did you feel whenever they said that you were going home? All right. Well, that leads us to the final part of this. Brian, what was your favorite moment of the season looking back?
Oh man, I just had so many. No, I'm kidding. That Final Five conversation's up there, but not even to Glaze. Instantly connecting with Grams and then like becoming a ride or die with him in the matter of minutes after everybody told me to vote him out was like so awesome to me, because it was like, you have it on film. Like,
God, that conversation went for like 7 minutes of that talk.
We hopped in one private call, and from then on it was locked, and I was never not fighting for him. So like, just that switch in narrative for me, because going into merge I was told Grams is untrustworthy, and this is from Ray and Kelly. They're like, we can't trust Grams. We've betrayed him so much. We need to send him home. And I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll look into it. And then I hop in a call with Grams, and he's the shit, bro. He was my guy, and I'm instantly like, yo, fuck that shit. This is my guy. I'm defending him. Like, that switch up was one of the funniest moments in the season. Dead ass.
I agree. It was definitely very apparent to me when I had gotten to the merge round and seen how long that conversation was. I totally understood where your frustration at the final 9 vote came from.
Oh, I was so locked in with him.
All right. Well, with that, we're now going to move on to the votes. People sent in their fan favorite votes and stuff like that. But along with that, there was Hero of the Season, Villain of the Season, Best Move of the Season, and Worst Move of the Season. So I think we're going to start out with the winner of Best Move of the Season. And unlike the hero, villain, and fan favorite, I'll give us the 1 through 5, and then we'll go over to the podiums. But for this, there's only going to be the one winner that I'm announcing. Winner of Best Move of the Season, pretty, not unanimously, but definitely with a lot more votes than everyone else, is C-Dude for his idle play against Soccer at the Final 10.
Damn, so close.
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yes,
congrats. Worst move of the season. Worst move of the season was a bit more of a contentious category. A lot of the fans of this season had a lot of things to say about some of these people's moves. You've got some really notable ones that didn't quite win. Taking out Bobby at the final 7, didn't quite win. Soccer not splitting the vote at the final 10, didn't quite win. Ray having full trust in Brian, not a winner, but was very funny to read.
That's a move? Wait, that's a move?
That was a bad move.
I think that counts.
What the fuck are people saying booty up Bobby was a bad move?
I think this was the same person. This might have been the same person as who asked this question earlier. Someone said the worst move of the season was Merc's weird character moments, which I thought was just a little mean.
Go fuck yourself. Go.
I feel like Merc submitted that.
No. Go.
Merc did not submit anything.
Wait, none of these are moves.
What? I'm going to act.
No, Soccer not splitting the vote's a move, and the Bobby vote was a move.
Worst move of the... No. I don't think that's necessary. Moving forward, we have one more honorable mention before we get to the actual winner, and that was Brian not playing his idol on Ray at the final 6. That was one of the worst moves of the season.
No way. Wait. Take that back. You fucking know. Not idling myself out was a bad move.
It would have made it so much more interesting.
Get it out, Brian.
Maybe if Brian played his idol for Ray, he would have won.
Out. Are you kidding me?
You know, I really don't know what I can say to that one. Brian, you were in contention for worst move of the season, man. What a winner.
Wow!
Congrats.
What did I do wrong?
No. You won. You won an award. Congrats.
Almost.
Be happy. Oh,
No, that was not.
That was the last honorable mention. The winner of the worst move of the season award. He's not here to receive it, but it goes to Ray for fucking up the final 12 vote. Congratulations, Ray.
See, that's valid. That's valid.
That makes so much sense.
Congratulations.
The worst part is Scotty would have been such a good ally to Ray if you had just not voted him out.
100%.
I'm in awe. I'm still reeling from that vote.
That was a good honorable mention. It was close. It almost won.
Grams have been gone so
guys.
Yo, who put that in? Can you snitch?
I don't think I can snitch.
Brian, you should have just idled yourself out. I mean,
Graham saying Ray put that in is so real. Ray asking me that question at FTC is the biggest question I've ever seen.
Alright, well, with that, we're going to move on to the final part of the night, and that is the hero, villain, and fan favorite. We're going to start with the villain of the season. We're going to move you guys over to these podiums. The 5 people I call out, if you could just please stand up and make your way over. If you're not able to, I will just take the head and the wool of anyone who is not quite here. Alright, these 5 people in no particular order. Tora, Grams, Bobby, Brian, and Ray. Yeah, you can grab. I'm gonna grab.
I'm not a villain.
I got Grams.
Grams with me.
Oh yeah. All right, we're gonna move over. You guys can just kind of stand here in front of the podiums, you know, that kind of stuff.
Oh shit!
You don't have.
Short now.
What the actual fuck did I do, bro?
All right, in 5th place, and the person who goes into the hole of not quite podium shame is Ray with 8 votes. Ray is in 5th place. He used to poke out there. In 4th place.
Let him get taller. Oh,
no.
I killed him.
There you go.
There he is.
In 4th place, the person who was quite villainous but not quite villainous enough is Tora with 9 votes. So you have to go stand over next to that sign. Congratulations, you're on the ground floor.
What the fuck? I don't know.
Moving Grams over. Oh shit.
All right.
Look straight, man. Hold your head high.
In 3rd place is Grams with 10 votes.
Oh shit. You're Grams.
There you go. He's on the podium.
Oh, I wonder who it's gonna be.
In 2nd place is Brian with 12 votes. And in 1st place with 38 votes is Bobby the Turtle. Can everyone please?
Sure that it was Bobby.
Can everyone look at Tora? Look at the camera. Tora, look at me. Thank you.
Damn,
Rigged.
Alright, you guys can go sit back down. You take Grams with you. Ray's still over
I hope
there.
Grams comes back for you.
No, I was shocked when I
Ray
got
Tora
first
getting
place.
votes for villain is great.
Like, what did we do, Brian? What did we do?
Yeah, what did I do?
I made 9 alt accounts for that.
I think it was your confession, Brian.
Alright, we have for hero of the season, I will name everybody who needs to stand up and walk over. I will grab heads accordingly. We have, in no particular order, Merc, Hodge, Kelly, Venom, Brian, Seadude, Tora, and Grams.
The entire
Dude, no, wait.
There was a lot of
You got
ties.
nominated for hero and villain. What do you want?
Me and Brian got nominated for hero.
Merc, if
It's
anyone's
just
a hero, you are.
It's subjective.
Thank you.
It's subjective.
Okay, in a tie for 5th place, we have Hodge, Venom, and Merc.
Oh,
Oh my god. Grams, we're gonna be tied for 4th. We're gonna be tied for
Hold
4th.
on.
This is awesome.
In 4th place, standing next to the sign is Grams and Kelly.
It's...
So I've got Kelly as well.
Oh.
we're
And they just put it-
literally
yeah, put it on
nominated for
Someone
villain of the
broke
season. How can they be a hero?
All right. In
Oh,
third
yeah.
place with 10 votes is Brian. He's already standing there. He knew it.
Oh,
Alright, see.
In second place with 18 votes is Tora. And in first place with 23 votes, the hero of the season is C-Dude. You can go ahead and take your place on the podium.
Let's fucking
well
go.
done,
All right,
Yay.
Merc, can you stand to your left just a little bit so you can see Venom peeking out? Thank you. Phenomenal screening we got here of all of the, I think that's 7 people.
Grams and
You
Steve
most
is
insane.
mine.
Grams is my hero of the season.
Grams is my hero
Grams.
too. All right, and for our last vote of the night, the people who I need to stand for the fan favorite poll are as follows, in no particular order: Bobby, Grams, C-Dude, Tora, Kelly, and Brian. So Brian, grab Grams.
Grams. Yep, I got Grams.
Good.
I'm on Grams duty.
Can we just leave Grams over here? He's like in every top 5.
Wait. Let's get ahead of
it's a
ourselves.
mile one.
I put Grams at number 1.
All
I
right.
put Grams
The
at first.
everyman.
In fifth place with 8 votes is Kelly and C-Dude. So
Holy
C-
shit.
And they go in the hole.
Yep. All right. In fourth place is Tora with 9 votes.
Oh my god, Grams.
In third place is Grams with 10 votes.
He's on the podium.
I feel
He's
like
on-
we've been in the exact same situation before.
Deja vu almost.
In second place, you know what? No. I'll do first, and then second can just go. Get back down there.
Did you
In
jump
first
blocks back?
place, he's just really athletic. Wait, no, he's not. In first place, with 24 of the votes for fan favorite, is Bobby, and in second place comes Brian.
This is the
That's
I'm getting
crazy.
distinct deja vu except for one person.
All right, C-Dude, get out from behind the sign, please.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
you
can't
see
pick up the
down
pick.
here.
All right, there's your fan favorite poll. Congratulations to C-Dude for winning hero and Bobby for winning both villain and fan favorite. You guys can head back over here now. Bring Grams with you, of course.
Yup. Got you, Grams. Escorting you. Oh shit, I forgot his body. Is he still there? We're
Yeah,
good.
still over there.
Okay, Mark.
Yeah, that's me.
Torres once again being passed inventory
I'm
trash.
throwing it on the
Sorry,
ground this time.
Mark gave this to me.
It's an assembly.
Anyone else got any
Scratching
trash
out.
to be passed up?
All right, well, with that, unless anybody has anything else to say, congratulations to the award winners, C-Dude, Bobby, and Bobby again. And with that, I think that pretty much wraps up everything we needed for season 2. I appreciate you guys for coming back out. I appreciate the people who weren't here for being there for the season and making it as amazing as it was. And I mean this when I say I genuinely really enjoyed every part of this season. I will not lie. Editing it was an absolute blast, and it makes me so excited for season 3. And with that, I hope you guys all have a good one. Say goodbye, cast of season 2. Oh, what's he doing?
Goodbye, everyone.